Okay. So 1, 2, 3, and then record
Okay.
on 4. Okay. 1,
Got it.
2, 3, record. And then we'll do a
Great.
clap.
Got it.
1, 2, 3. Even though you don't like claps, we did it.
We did do a clap.
We did a clap.
Hey. All right,
and
here we go.
got the clap.
Hey, everybody, and welcome to another episode of, was it Get Rich Nick? That's right. Every week we try a different way to make money quickly. This week is no exception. This week we are talking about our March focus. Okay. In March, we are going to be focused on making money from these movies in a way that Alec Baldwin could only dream. I don't know why I brought him into it, other than the fact that I've been watching 30 Rock all day, every day for the past week.
That's what makes him topical right now.
That's Pat Stango. We got the BO boys. Welcome, Pat Stango and Clayton Gumbert.
Hey,
Hello.
Nick. Now we last left you. I was out of my mind. I had been robbed by the HFPAA, and I'm still a little sore about it, but I'm moving on. You guys avoided the sting. I was upset about that. There wasn't anything I wasn't upset about.
Yeah, it
my
was
wife came in and gave me a kiss on the lips, and I got all angry about it. No, but I've calmed down. Everything's good. We're going to talk today about Oscar nominations, and we're going to see if there's anywhere we can bet on these SAG awards, these PGA awards. What other awards are there?
Well, the Oscars.
Well, we already know we can gamble on the Oscars, and
Well,
we already know we can gamble on the Razzies.
God, that's a shocker. I cannot believe you could bet on the Razzies. That seems...
I don't want to.
Yeah, I mean, they're such a gross organization, but if you could gamble on them, then I guess that means their existence is worthwhile.
They are more worthwhile than the SAG Awards, which, if you've ever dealt with SAG, you know why. Man, SAG sucks. Come at me.
Yeah, listen to the last episode we did together. I think there was a great anti-SAG rant by Nick.
Oh, yeah. Okay, good. At least I got it out.
You did.
All right, I'm going to look. I have found some articles that talk about gambling on the SAG Awards.
Okay. Screen
Actors Guild Awards Guide for 2022, Best Ensemble Odds and Prediction. Now, a lot of times these articles at the bottom will have links that pay them if we follow to where we can bet.
I can't imagine that there's no, like, the SAG Awards is such a popular event.
Oh my God!
Especially compared to the Razzies. So if the Razzies have gambling going on, someone's got to be.
Yeah, all my rowdy friends are coming over on the SAG Awards night. This article does not have any links to where I can bet. It just has, like, I don't know where they're getting these numbers. Gamblingsites.com.
Because there's odds for the SAG Awards, and it's weird to have odds for something that there's not gambling connected to.
Yeah, so I don't know. They have some links. The first link is to Bovada, but I don't think I can do it on Bovada. But I'm gonna look.
I'm looking at something called betfair.com, which anytime I click on one of these gambling sites, though, it always feels like such a risk in terms of, like, what's going to start popping up on my computer.
What are you afraid of?
I don't know.
Yeah, what could your computer get that it doesn't already have?
That's something you say until you find out the answer, and then it really scares you.
You type in SAG Awards, and it'll be like, do you mean your normal type of saggy porn?
We have the award for best top 5 SAGs of 2022.
Okay, so if we can't find anything where we can bet online, then we're still gonna try to beat each other.
Well, do you think the gambling community at this point listens to Get Rich Nick in such a way that we're putting it out here on this episode? all the gambling sites and owners of gambling sites who are listening right now, put the SAG Awards.
Yeah. Do you want our $200 collectively?
Right. And if we always have our finger on the pulse. So if this is something we want, then it's clearly something that millions of other people want. So, if you're the owner of Bovada, MyBookie, all of these gambling sites, all you scumbags who own gambling sites listening to this,
What a
get
piece
your
of shit.
SAG.
Could you imagine? Yeah.
Oh, I mean, I definitely could imagine, because I've grew up with people whose uncles like managed OTBs. So
Yeah.
I just assume those kids are now running gambling websites in the Caribbean.
I feel like a scumbag is a term of endearment for
Yes.
someone who runs a gambling site, because if you're not called a scumbag, you're doing it wrong.
Yes. Yeah.
Sure.
No, when I say that, all the scumbags who are listening, get the SAG Awards on your gambling sites, because we want to gamble on it, and millions of other people want to gamble on these union end of year awards.
Millions? Oh, so only a small fraction of our listening audience?
Well, I mean, everyone they know, yeah. So then it's so interesting that we're going to be able to gamble on the Razzies. I mean, I'm looking at the odds right now, and this is definitely something that we're not prepared for in this episode to go over. But I mean, I definitely think there's a full episode in which we look through the history of the Razzies and figure out what the likely winners are. That one is going to be such a I think the Razzies are one that we really could handicap, because they're just decided by the same people every year, and it's a small group. And I think
it's the guys over at Fuck Jerry, isn't that right? Could you imagine?
I mean, we could probably just meet them and find out, honestly. Like,
let's have them on.
Let's have them on and just ask who's going to win.
Yeah, they want publicity. Obviously, they want publicity. They love it. That's why they do this every year.
Yes. I bet you there's probably like 11 of them. We get them all on an episode. They'll tell us who's going to win, because deep down they just want friends. And so I think like a week before the Razzies, we could just get them on air and tell us who's they're going to give the awards to, and then we just bet on them, and we never air the episode. I think that's the way to go.
That's the big one.
Yeah,
we just never air it.
Yeah. The key to any scheme is to never air it. But I think the Razzies are going to be one we could really handicap, because that is really just going to be psychoanalyzing 11 losers, which we all could do.
Okay, here we go. On the official Razzies website, you can pay to receive a Razzie membership. For as little as $40, you can receive an annual voting Razzie membership. More expensive tiers of membership will also offer benefits like discounts to in-person Razzie events, access to polls and surveys, and Razzie merch. For a whopping $500, you can put yourself and 25 friends in the voting membership.
Huh.
So it's not just some guy, it's a guy who sold the rights to voting on it to anyone who wants it for an incredibly small fee relative to, something like the Oscars.
$40 for a vote. That's a good deal. I mean,
or if we get it together and spend $500, I can make this a fucking Patreon tier. We all vote for the Razzies.
I mean,
and then we could, with our power combined, influence the vote.
Right. That's what's really tantalizing, is how many people are voting on this, and then how much would it cost us to take over the Razzies from within and just decide the winners ourselves? Because if it's like, if we could do it for like $2,000 and then decide the winners and then bet on those winners, is this possibly our retirement plan?
My only fear. Sorry.
I was going to say, so you're saying it's a coup?
Oh, of
Pat,
course.
we're going to stage a coup.
Yes, Get Rich Nick and the BO Boys stage a coup of the Razzies. Yeah, 100. I mean, I
Well,
think that's a
yeah.
viable, possible plan.
My only fear, and we ran into this in, I think in the Golden Globes betting, but definitely in our gambling on Olympic wrestling episode, that if you played along, did pay out a good amount of money with Brooks Wheelan. Not all the categories can you gamble a lot of money on.
Okay.
There's some categories where you can't gamble more than, $80 or something.
Okay.
So if you're going to spend all that money to like buy it, you might find that you're incapable of gambling enough to recoup that money.
Right.
But let's
right.
see what I can do. But I don't have any money in this account, so I'm not sure if it'll even let me see what I'm doing.
Yeah. So because to make this work, we'd have to stage a coup of the Razzies. So if there's any scumbags listening to this now who are in the Razzie organization and know how many people are in there, let us know. Email us at whatever, Get Rich Nick's email, or the BO Boys podcast at gmail.com. Let us know how many people it would take to stage a coup of the Razzies. Because yeah, if there's not a gambling ceiling on the Razzies, then we stage the coup. We all put our life savings into gambling on it. And I guess that's the end of all of our shows, because once we have enough money, we don't need to do this anymore.
And then we dissolve the Razzies.
And then we dissolve the Razzies from within. Yeah.
Oh yeah, we don't need that.
Yeah. Once we make all our money, we dissolve the Razzies and we take the trademarks to our graves.
Okay. I like it. Who won the Razzie last year?
Who would have won it? Who did they give it to in the pandemic year where almost no movies came out? Who did these scumbags decide was the worst movie to come out during a pandemic?
The worst actor was Mike Lindell, the My Pillow guy, in his movie Absolute Proof.
Oh, I remember that. Yeah. I mean,
It's
that's
too
more of
political.
just a publicity thing too.
Yeah.
And it's like, he's obviously not an actor. So it's unfair to give that award to somebody who's not a professional actor.
Right. I mean, listen, the My Pillow guy, we're not saying anything about his character, good or bad, but the guy's not an actor. It's
Okay,
unfair.
so worst supporting actor is also one of the Trump's orbit people.
Who did they
From a
give it to
different
Rudy?
movie. Yes.
Did they give it to Rudy for what? What did they give it to Rudy? For could you give? And again, I'm not here to defend Rudy's character, but the man did not know he was in the movie that they gave him the award for. You have to at least know you're acting in a movie to get an acting award.
Yeah, I feel that's fair. That's exceedingly fair.
All these rules.
Listen, again, if we stage a coup of the Razzies, first, of course, gamble everything, pick the winners, gamble all our money, make our retirement plan. That's the first thing. We dissolve the Razzies at some point. But I think the third thing we do is we take back those Razzies from the My Pillow guy and Rudy Giuliani. We get that off the record. Because again,
okay, is there an equivalent this year? Now this is worth looking at. If they're going to do something like that again.
Well, I'm looking at their nominations.
Yeah. They're all actors.
And it seems like they're all actors, but
no, they're not. LeBron
for Space Jam.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's in the movie though. See, that's credible because LeBron James knew he was acting in Space Jam.
Yeah.
Unlike Rudy Giuliani, who, again, I'm not defending his character, but he did not know he was acting in a movie.
And when he does act, I mean, look, he hosted a great SNL back in the 90s.
Yeah.
Yo, what's Karen?
That's the
Karen. It's like every category in this.
It's a BET original movie starring the girl from Orange is the New Black, and she played the hick in that.
She plays a Karen.
Oh
type
yeah, no,
in this.
that's Taryn Manning. Yeah.
Yeah.
Taryn Manning.
Yeah.
She was in Boomcat with her brother.
No,
Anybody
I know
remembers
Taryn Manning.
Boomcat?
I just don't know what his movie is.
So
She stars in it.
Right. But what happens in it?
She plays a Karen type.
But first off, wait, hold on. Who stars in it?
Taryn Manning.
Taryn Manning.
Well, so she was on that show, Orange is the New Black.
She was in that band Boomcat with her brother.
Okay, Boomcat. I know Boomcat.
Okay,
of course.
So then
we all know Boomcat.
It's female inmates at an upstate prison. Okay. So anyway, but Karen was a TV movie that basically was a trailer that got mocked on Twitter, and then I'm pretty sure no one ever watched the actual movie. But it's her
as a racist woman makes it her personal mission to displace the new black family that has just moved in next door to her. A community activist and his wife are the couple she's targeting, but they won't back down without a fight. Well written synopsis.
Well, that person also is the screenwriter of the movie.
Wow, yeah.
Now, is she nominated for worst actress?
Of course.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, but that's the Razzies. It's a movie that is basically just was an online meme for a week of people making fun of the trailer, but no one has really watched this movie.
Right.
And then Megan Fox for Midnight in the Switchgrass. I mean, no one knows what that is, but they just has to dunk on Megan Fox.
I saw a Megan Fox movie this year. It was good. The horror movie?
Probably.
That was really fun.
Or did you just rewatch Jennifer's Body?
You know, I've never seen that.
It's not that good.
There's no need to.
I heard that. Lyra always wants me to watch it.
It's not that good. I mean, of course, I'm looking at Jared Leto was nominated for House of Gucci.
But how come Lady Gaga wasn't nominated?
For worst actress?
Yeah.
She's not nominated.
Be a lock. She didn't get nominated for anything.
Nothing. Just the SAG Award.
Yeah. Oh, and the Golden Globe.
And the Golden Globe. But those, I mean, that's looking back. We only look forward.
Under a Razzie.
And I mean, you look at the Razzies, they nominated Ben Affleck for The Last Duel, even though he's awesome in that movie.
That's ridiculous.
The musical.
It's a Broadway show or an off-Broadway show that is a Lady Di musical that was filmed and put on Netflix. But I think it was only on Netflix for like a week. It was some weird promotional thing. So it's not really a movie. It's like a movie the way the Hamilton movie was a movie, which is it's not a movie.
So the Razzies are just going to be nominating viral videos at a point, right? I mean, they really aren't a respectable body. I mean, they're probably still more respectable than the Foreign Press Association, but barely. And it's getting too close for comfort.
Yeah, they're gonna nominate just like someone who shits in a hot tub, and that'll be best or worst actor.
I was talking to some friends who watch the Celebrity Big Brother, and they watch the live feeds, and they were saying that Lamar Odom pooped in the bed, but it didn't make it to the TV show. And I think that's crazy that one of them pooped in a bed and they didn't put it in.
Yeah. I mean,
they would have if it was The Surreal Life.
Yeah. But the celebrities, they know what their limitations are, and they've put clauses in there now.
Well, Lamar Odom, I actually heard about that. He talked about it in like an article. I read an article where he said I think he had dairy or gluten or something that he can't have anymore, and he shit his bed.
No, it was crack.
Yes.
So he can't have crack.
He has a crack
anymore.
intolerance now. Yeah.
Just got it. Okay, so we can't tell anyone to gamble on the Razzies. That's not a good idea. We'll have to admit that. That being said, we looked through all the categories. If there was one category to vote on or to gamble on, what would it be? And I say this knowing full well that of all of our obvious wins, or the whatever our what did we call them? We picked one of the Golden Globes each.
Our
to
locks.
Say, yeah,
Our
our
slam
locks.
doinks.
Our slam doinks. Yeah.
So who's our slam doink? And of all of ours last time, I think only one of us, maybe our slam doink, even won.
I think that was
mine
me.
didn't. Yeah, I think it was you.
Oh, and Will, I think Will Smith was my slam doink.
Oh, Will Smith, but he didn't have enough of a kickback
challenge.
Yeah. So here we go. What are we looking at? What do you think?
What is the slam doink? I mean,
I gotta pull up these Razzies.
I mean, I want to say LeBron, because why wouldn't it be?
Yeah,
what fun is it? What fun would it be to be like, hey guys, the Razzies are concluded, and you know who won the Razzies? Roe Hartramp.
Right. It's not going to be
Diana the Musical.
It's going to be someone famous, and it's going to be like looking just a couple of years ago. They like to not spread it around. Like they like to have one movie win a bunch. Like a few years ago, Cats won Worst Picture, Director. They gave it a Corden as supporting actor, Rebel Wilson as supporting actress. So they really like to. It's sort of like the old days in the Oscars when Silence of the Lambs would win everything, or Forrest Gump would win everything. They like to really just give it all to one movie. So then based on what has a bunch of nominations, it's either Space Jam or Karen.
Or Diana the Musical.
Yeah.
Dano the Musical is the favorite.
Guys, you're sleeping so hard on Dear Evan Hansen and Ben Platt as worst actor. I feel like he was a punchline for the internet. He's the son of the producer of the Broadway show and the musical and the film. So it's the Razzies taking a shot at the establishment. I mean, I think Ben Platt has a very good chance of winning worst actor here.
Yeah, it's him or LeBron. I don't think Wahlberg, because I mean, that movie is just such a nothing. Scott Eastwood, it's like you'd have to explain to people who he is. You'd have to explain to people who Roe Hartramp is. Yeah.
It is too bad that people really hate Ben Platt, because it does make the LeBron less of a lock.
I think that's a tough one, because otherwise it would seem like you just give it all to Space Jam.
I do think Leto wins for worst supporting actor, House of Gucci, because the other ones, Nick Cannon, Mel Gibson, Gareth Keenan,
right,
or Keegan. I think Jared Leto has gotten so much buzz about that performance, positive and negative, that they're going to go with that choice.
Well, you know why I think Leto is going to win that is every couple of years you get an actor who actually shows up to get their Razzie. And I could see Jared Leto being that guy who shows up to actually be at the ceremony and take his Razzie, because he's just that type of guy. So I think that could be a situation where they work out ahead of time. Listen, you're going to win. Will you come show up? And he'll show up like in full Gucci makeup and do the voice.
Do you think he has that good of a sense of humor?
I think he just won't
about
know
himself?
that it's an insult. I think he won't know it's an insult. I don't think it's a sense of humor thing. I think he'll think it's an award. Yeah. Or
So
he'll show up as Joker.
Oh, yeah. Legally, he can't.
I mean, that's the play. But also, what is the benefit of sucking up to the Razzies at this point, though? Because I do feel like they've been marginalized in a way that they hadn't been before. And now they're desperately grasping for relevance with all these sort of like last year political leaning nominations and wins. So I do feel like they do get a little bit of press, but not the kind of press, because movies can be roasted immediately now on social media. They don't need to wait for the Razzies to know what sucks or what the consensus thinks sucks.
Right. Yeah, when we were kids, the Razzies were more necessary. Like, it's basically that was our 1 or 2 times a year where we could say that a movie's bad. Yeah,
I mean, I think Leto is the closest thing I would say to a slam dunk here.
Yeah, I like that one.
Okay, let's go with it.
Yeah, I mean, we'll
Leto.
revisit this as we get closer, because the Razzies are the night before the Oscars. So I think the next couple of weeks we look at what the thing is. The Razzies don't really have precursors, unfortunately. Like, SAG doesn't give out like shittiest actor, and BAFTA doesn't have shittiest British actress. So that it's really hard to glean anything from other awards as to who's going to win the Razzie.
All you can do is try to infiltrate the like board 8 level of insular party gods that must make up these Razzies.
Yeah. I mean, I think we could very easily find these people, fake befriend them. We're obviously not going to really be their friends.
No.
And find out who everyone voted for. I'm going to be in LA, Nick, that last week in March.
Boy, don't I know it. I'm not sure if you've found out, if you know what's going on.
Oh, well, what's the Oscar party situation? Because
you're in the dark, buddy.
What's going on?
The Oscars Greg is not hosting Oscar party.
Oh, well, you know why?
Why?
Because I'll host an Oscar party.
You are?
Because I'm going to have, I mean, we could talk about this off mic, but I am going to be out there renting a place with my lovely wife, and we'll have some friends over on that Sunday.
Well, this is what happened. Greg came over for Super Bowl.
Right. Okay.
And he looked around and he's like, this place is great. Our place isn't this nice for a party. Like, they don't have the space for a party.
Yeah. I've been there. It's a little small for a party.
Then in that moment, of course, we were all drunk. Not Lyra, of course, because she takes care of the baby. But
the baby was drunk.
We decided to do Oscars here at Shea Tournament.
Oh, that's even better, because I'd much rather go somewhere.
Yeah, of course. You're not coming here and hosting a party.
Yeah. Okay,
you can't host a whole party. You don't have anything. You can't buy everything for a party. You know what I mean?
It was going to be all paper.
Yeah, to eat.
Yeah, to eat. Yeah, you'd be eating paper off of nice dishes, but
anyway, yeah. I'm in charge. So how do we get?
Oh, that's great.
How do we get Clayton to come?
Listen, he's just got to get himself on an airplane, or just shove himself in an old lady's luggage.
Well, now old lady or Pat Stango.
Do I have a suitcase big enough for a middle-aged man? Maybe.
Oh, that hurt.
No, I couldn't.
It doesn't matter that
I'm
middle-aged.
That's one of.
It doesn't matter what age I am that I fit in
matter.
a suitcase.
It's no.
Also, you're younger than me, so you can't be called middle-aged.
So a young man. Do I have a suitcase that is big enough to fit a young man? Possibly. Well, let Clayton come over this weekend and let's see if you fit into my largest suitcase, and then possibly we could get you to LA that way.
It's a date.
All right.
So then Oscar party, that's big. But as I was saying, I'll be in LA at the end of the month. We should try and infiltrate the Razzies and get some insider info. If we don't stage a coup, we should at least find out who's going to win so we could bet on them that way.
Yes.
Or crash them. We could crash them, right? I mean, it is a ceremony.
Yeah, where is it?
It's always at like a Hotel 6 or Motel 6. Not even a Motel 6, it's a Hotel 6, which is a bootleg version of that. It's always in some kind of ballroom that I'm sure you could wander into very easily.
I think they closed down a Chinese buffet and just do it there late night.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, no way they can afford security.
No, not with any kind of weaponry, for sure.
Okay, so we're going to take a quick little break, and then we will be back to dig into the Oscar noms. And we are back. We're getting ready to get into these noms. Any surprises, folks? Anything you were excited about? Anything you didn't think was going to happen, and it happened, and you went and you got happy for one day of your miserable life? Did that happen?
No, I mean, I think more disappointed by a few of the snubs than excited about anyone who was in. I mean, because the ones I'm excited about were sort of the locks anyway. I'm glad for Will Smith. I wanted him in there. I'm glad that Licorice Pizza got a bunch of noms. I like
now
that
you
movie.
are. That's
Yes.
crazy because it's about, pedophilia.
And
Pro-pedophilia.
And the 70s. It's mainly about the 70s.
And the 70s. Okay.
Yeah, it's not just about that.
Yeah.
No, I just have a list of everyone who's ever told me they like licorice pizza, and now you're on it. All right.
You know what? And the Academy. So.
Yeah. Well, the Academy's been on there for years on that list.
I mean, I am disappointed Simon Rex didn't get a Best Actor nom for Red Rocket. You know what? I am disappointed Lady Gaga didn't get a Best Actress nom. Because it's like, I just want stars at the Oscars. And she's such a big star. I'm not displeased overall, but there's a couple of actors that I wanted to get in there, and just nominate Al Pacino for House of Gucci because it's Al Pacino. Who cares?
I agree with Pat about the Red Rocket just not being up for anything. Sean Baker getting nothing. Simon Rex getting nothing. The actress who played Strawberry getting nothing. No original screenplay or anything for that film. It's a travesty. And I feel like that was my big disappointments. Jessie Buckley getting in for Best Supporting Actress for The Lost Daughter. I love Jessie Buckley. I'm happy for her. She has no chance, but still, it's a nice thing to be nominated.
I'm upset the most about one of my favorite actors getting a nomination I feel he did not deserve.
Okay.
Let me guess who this is.
Guess who it is?
Is it J.K. Simmons?
It is not, but I also agree with that. I mean, that's number 2 in the exact same category. Yes.
Oh, wow. Okay. So let's see who's in this category.
No, I mean in the category of people I was upset that were nominated.
Oh, okay. Huh. Pat, do you have a guess on this? One of Nick's favorite actors.
Oh, is it Denzel from Macbeth?
It isn't.
Okay.
You figure if an actor plays
Macbeth,
Macbeth,
it's Jesse Plemons.
It's Jesse Plemons. This guy did nothing in a terrible movie. He wasn't even, he wasn't supposed to be in the movie. And then the last minute they threw a script at him and he's like, should I do a character? And they were like, just be in it. And then he did whatever and the movie sucked and he shouldn't be nominated for fucking Oscar.
Yeah, this is like a makeup for game night. It's sort of
I just rewatched that last week. He's the funniest person in the world.
It does seem like him getting a nom this year is more because we've liked you for like 7 years.
Well, a lot longer than that. Friday Night Lights, come on.
Oh, right.
He was awesome in The Irishman as well.
Yeah, the one scene about when they're in the car and he's talking about fish.
Yeah, I do think Jesse Plemons.
Hey, we don't bring up The Irishman on this show, right? It's disgusting.
Oh, it's better than so. Can we talk about Silence then?
Okay, I take it back. God, my fucking Achilles heel.
I
feel like
my number 2 film of that year.
Jesus Christ.
Jesse Plemons was on set hanging out with his I think wife or girlfriend, or I mean, they're definitely wife, Kirsten Dunst, being supportive. And they thought, hey, let's put him in this movie. We need a guy. The other guy called out sick. Let's get Jesse Plemons in here. And exactly, he was like, I'll just stand here and you let me do whatever you want me to do. And that's what he did. But he doesn't deserve a nomination.
You know who it was, right?
No.
Who called out sick?
Who he replaced?
No, who?
It was a very famous actor who owes his career to a last-minute replacement. And now he was last-minute replaced to a guy who got a fucking Oscar nomination for the role. It was Paul Dano.
Oh, really?
Dano.
Yes.
Wow.
Now, I don't know. I'm sure you guys know, but for anyone who doesn't know the full story, Paul Dano was not supposed to have that role in There Will Be Blood. He got it after weeks of filming, after the original actor just, I guess, didn't vibe with the hardest person to work with on earth.
Was it Eric Stoltz?
Daniel Day-Lewis. No, it's actually an actor who didn't really work again and is no longer in the business.
Wow.
But Paul Dano plays two characters in that, and he plays twin brothers. And he is in the first scene of the movie, and he's the guy who like sells out his town to Daniel Day-Lewis, and he's like, there's oil in there, go get it, pay me a finder's fee. And then he goes to his family's farm, and anyway, he's got a lot of problems with his twin brother for the rest of the movie. But they weren't supposed to be twin brothers. He had just already filmed that other part. And I don't know why they didn't get a different actor and redo that part, but that's why they're twin brothers, and that's why they never mention that guy again.
That's so. I actually didn't know that story, and I do remember the first time I saw There Will Be Blood. It did take me a minute to realize that it was not the same. That it's a different character.
Yeah.
Huh. And that other guy just never acted again.
No. It's crazy. It's a crazy story. But anyway, now it's happening to Dano on the flip side.
Right. And now he'll never act again. Except he's the co-star of the Batman movie.
He's gonna be fine. I think
he'll be
got
fine.
A really big career.
He'll be okay. And he's not even nominated for a Razzie, so good for him. Jesse Plemons is definitely we've liked you before, so let's just get this over with nomination.
Also, we're just going all in on this fucking movie for some reason. I gotta rewatch it. Did you see it in the theater? No, it's Netflix.
It's Netflix.
Nobody saw it in the theater.
No one saw it in the theater.
I went to the Paris and saw it.
Did you?
No.
Oh. I just wonder if my lack of attention given to it at a home viewing, because I didn't pay attention great, but I attribute it to how fucking boring it was. But maybe I missed something. Yeah.
Let me tell you something, Nick. I watched this film at home without any sort of substance to make me think differently about reality.
Cell phone?
I put on a pair of those blinders that they put on horses so that they'll walk straight. And I stared at the screen like I was getting paid to watch that movie. Mm-hmm. And it was still a movie I did not enjoy. Okay. And I still don't understand I understand the hyperbolic love for it because it's one of those, let's all jump on this and say this is great, which happens continuously in award season in Hollywood in general. But as a regular film goer, that movie I don't think was enjoyable, is what I'll say.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, would we say this movie is better or worse than War Horse, the previous most baffling Oscar nominated for Best Picture movie?
Worse.
Okay.
I would say worse.
Did you see War Horse?
Yeah.
I did see War Horse.
I didn't see it.
War Horse ain't that bad. It's not that bad.
God. Anyway, it sucks. And it's just kind of cast this dark shadow over the whole awards.
Well, it just is. I mean, it's the way it happens almost every year with the Oscars. It just sucks when a movie feels inevitable, especially when it is a movie that you don't like. I mean, I don't know about you guys, but last year that was Nomadland, where everyone knew was going to win. I saw it and I was like, I did not like it. And it's just, you put the Oscars on and it just, that inevitable feeling. But then you get a year where 1917 was supposed to be the inevitable winner and Parasite won. So there's
Yes,
always a chance.
they do get it right sometimes. And that's the thing, is that this feels inevitable until it's not. And then we'll all look at the tea leaves and say, oh, well, we should have known that this other movie was going to win instead.
Moonlight, La La Land.
Right.
It happens a lot.
Right.
Belfast.
Snatch that steak dinner right out of your mouth.
I got to be honest. I mean, it's like, yes, it's a front runner, but how much of a front runner is staggering. Right now, Power of the Dog is at minus 225. Belfast 300, West Side Story 650, and then every other movie is 1600 or more. Nightmare Alley, which is fucking unwatchable, is plus 8,000.
Great first half. Great when he's at the circus, it's great. After that, it falls off a cliff. I'm shocked. I'm shocked that Don't Look Up isn't higher up.
Yeah. Because that feels like the spoiler.
And it's such a well-watched movie on Netflix. Like, I need to eat a little bit of crow here, because I've said that that movie was going to just fall off the face of the planet like most Netflix movies do. But it's been watched a lot, and it's been talked about a lot.
I know why. Because Don't Look Up, as we said in the Golden Globes, where the lead actors were nominated for acting awards, and we thought how silly that is, because this is not an acting movie. And it's not an acting movie, and so nobody is getting nominated, and so there is no face of the movie. The face of the movie is Adam McKay, and that's just not as if the face of the movie was fucking Katniss and The Wolf of Wall Street.
Right.
And I think that's why it's just kind of not. It's not going to get there.
Yeah, I mean, I think though it could pick up some steam if McKay wins a WGA, which is possible, or if Don't Look Up for Best Cast at the SAG Awards.
It's
gotta
nominated?
Be, because if it's nominated,
starry cast.
Wait, I have a question. Are the Writers Guild Awards 5 minutes long? And the person with best screenplay, and that's it for tonight. All right, everybody, good night.
I think they do a lot of tributes at the ceremony. You know, like it's like, here's our 3 awards, and then here's an hour and a half of tributes to, you know, here's one for Norman Lear, here's one for, I was gonna say Woody Allen, but they probably won't do that this year. But you know, I think I think there's a lot of just like, you know, here's a bunch of clips of things people wrote.
And, you know, shockingly, a lot of dance numbers. Yes. Don't Look Up is up for ensemble.
Yeah. So I think I could see the odds for the Oscars for Best Picture changing over the next month if it wins it, if Don't Look Up wins a WGA, or if it wins the Best Cast at the SAG Awards. Because the thing is, Power of the Dog is not nominated for Best Cast in the SAG Awards. So I think when something else wins, whether it's Belfast, Coda, or Don't Look Up, that movie is probably going to move up in the Best Picture odds. So
you know what?
I think the odds are going to change for sure.
You know what could get a bump with a win here is King Richard. If King Richard wins in cast, that could scramble everybody.
Yes.
I think that people, though, are going to watch. I think more people are going to watch King Richard, which is going to drop him. And more people are going to watch Coda, which is going to bump that shit up. Because I just watched Coda and I finally understood why we keep having to talk about it.
So it is. I haven't watched Coda yet because it takes me
It's
a lot
not
to
like,
go to Apple Plus.
it's a little sickly sweet,
But
it's very moving.
Okay. Which,
And
I mean, that's big for the
in a
Oscars.
way you haven't seen, and especially the deaf community. I mean, they're having a hell of a run during awards season after last year and this year, or 2 years ago. When was
Sound of Metal was last year.
That was last year, right? Yeah. So I'm saying, man, we're hot off Sound of Metal. Got the who that did win an award, best sound. I don't know, man. I got a lot more interested in Coda now than I did.
Coda could become a spoiler, and I think if Coda wins the SAG for Best Cast, because they're gonna win Best
Marlon
Supporting
Matlin,
Actor.
very teenage Oscar winner.
Right. Right. And she's probably in the next month really going to be a hit at the party circuit. She's someone everyone loves, so she'll be schmoozing the voters. She'll probably walk around with her Oscar around her neck, and everyone likes that.
Yeah, so that's pretty heavy. She's not a big lady.
But it's 1 month. You could do it for 1 month.
Yeah.
You could do anything for a month. That's what my grandpa always said.
You work out your neck for a little while, you'll be good.
Your grandpa who famously invented Whole30.
Yes. Well, that was, anything for a month. And we were like, what are you, nuts? And now
he's like nuts and grains. No grains.
And he didn't leave me anything. That's why I'm trying to rig the Razzies.
So the thing with Coda, though, is it's Apple Plus.
That's why I didn't have any respect for it.
Right.
And so they're just kind of peeking their head into the race. And there's other streamers, Netflix, who have yet to win that big trophy. I mean, they've won Oscars, but they haven't won big trophies.
Yeah.
And so it would be such a kick to the pants to Netflix for Apple Plus to win an award. Say Coda, I mean, listen, I don't think there's a chance Coda wins Best Picture, but I think a lot of people are seeing it and talking about it. But the fact
I'm talking about the best supporting actor mostly. Anyway.
Okay. But I think the thing that keeps Coda back is it's a new entrant into the race, and the Academy's less likely to vote for something like that. They want a little bit more of a track record, it feels like. That's just my thought with Coda.
Yeah, I mean, I guess it's weird that Belfast is still the in this number 2 position, because I just don't feel it at all. And maybe that changes if Belfast wins the Best Cast at the SAG Awards. I mean, if Belfast doesn't win Best Cast at the SAG Awards on February 27th, then I think Belfast is going to drop like a stone in the odds for Best Picture.
Of course it will. It's so important. And it is, it's important up to the BAFTAs, man. There's you can't fucking do it until the BAFTAs happen. There isn't enough information. But
yeah, because if Will wins the SAG but loses the BAFTA, then it's, I mean, because he's probably going to lose the Cumberbatch at BAFTAs.
Yeah, but that's home field advantage
but
stuff.
Still, that's gonna, because Cumberbatch is the second behind Will for Best Actor, and a lot of people think he's gonna take it.
I don't know. The BAFTAs though is just everyone at the pub voting for their buddy Benedict.
But also the BAFTAs, I mean, everyone is looking for an image overhaul, and the easiest way to get it is to give Will Smith the top prize.
BAFTAs might do it just to dig their heels in.
Give it to Cumberbatch.
Yeah.
They probably give it to fucking Hugh Grant somehow.
Right. Or to Paddington. will somehow win.
Yeah. Hugh Grant for Paddington 2.
That's a literal makeup award because it was so many years ago that Paddington 2 came out.
Mm-hmm.
And hairstyling.
Nick, was there any big snub for you for the Oscar nominations?
Snub.
Anyone that you loved that
I didn't really think about that because I don't
Ryan Reynolds
anything,
for Free Guy.
I don't expect anything I love to happen.
Mm-hmm.
Nothing I want to happen is going to happen. So I don't think in terms of that. I mean, the only movie I've enjoyed is Jackass, but it came out this month.
Oh yeah, no, it's still in the running for next year's Oscars.
Yeah, and I think Poopies should get a nomination for Best Supporting, and Aaron should get a nomination for Best Actor.
I was going to say, I feel like Danger Aaron would be put in lead at this point.
Mm-hmm.
Just because of the screen time, the level of stunt that he was able to pull off. I feel like he was really the MVP of that movie. So if you put him and Poopies in the same category of supporting, they would cancel each other out, unfortunately.
Right.
So it's like put Danger Aaron in the lead category.
Yeah, it would be like when The Godfather came out and you had Pacino and James Caan both up for supporting. That's pretty much what Danger Aaron and Poopies would be akin to.
Are you guys shocked that Licorice Pizza is the favorite for Best Original Screenplay?
Of course I am. I cannot say enough bad things about this movie.
I'm surprised it's not more of a favorite, but I think with that, that's very much not a makeup award, because it's not like Paul Thomas Anderson necessarily was robbed, but he's lost I think 4 or 5 times already for writing. So it might be a situation where they've just decided we're giving it to him, and this is the movie that is nominated this year.
Okay, my question is, where are you looking at this? Because my bookie does not have this category.
I'm just looking at Gold Derby. That's what their favorite is. So it's not the betting sites, but it's just kind of the consensus of what people think.
Yeah.
Although I would say, I mean, if we don't want to talk about it, we don't have to talk about it because it's not a bettable at this point category. But I'm hearing really great things about The Worst Person in the World.
Yeah.
And that is maybe a sleeper.
Their own commercials.
Yeah, the commercials for that movie say we should be the favorites over Paul Thomas Anderson on the betting sites
because of the pedophilia.
Yes. Yeah, it's a weird commercial, but it's effective.
I mean, there's also waterbeds.
Yeah,
I mean, it's a movie about selling waterbeds, and it's also about what is that?
I didn't just rape that child. I also sold them a waterbed. I can't go
They just kiss.
It's implied when everyone in there applauds them kissing.
Right.
Nick, do you think that the cover of Nevermind by Nirvana is child pornography?
Oh, here we go. What's next? Huh? Are we going to marry a box turtle? What's next? What's next?
This is the
wrong,
Dogs and Cats.
and it's not right.
This is the week for us to finally debate the Nevermind cover.
Yeah.
Look, could you do it today? No. Would you? No.
Could you make Blazing Saddles today, though, is the biggest question.
Okay.
Never. You never could.
I'm on Bovada now, and it's got more categories, and it does have the Licorice Pizza at a minus 125.
Yeah, I mean, I think that one is very much a, because it's him and he hasn't won yet. But I agree. I think Worst Person could win in the way that Tarantino was the favorite for Once Upon a Time, and then Parasite won everything.
Nah, dog. And here's why. Because this fucking movie ain't in English, and it also isn't the biggest movie amongst people. Parasite was. Everyone saw Parasite.
You still
Nobody's
got a
seen this
month.
fucking movie.
You still
And
got a
in
month
English.
left.
How are they going to give a screenplay award to a movie that's not even in English?
Yeah. USA. I do get that. I mean, you legitimately are sitting in front of a American flag on your wall.
That's right.
Yeah.
I'm going to put this video up online, and everyone's going to see it at my $10 a month Patreon level. People can see it. Is that okay if I put this up? I wasn't planning on it, but I can. I'm going to.
As long as people are paying for it, I always say, if people are paying for it, you could put any video of me online.
That's funny.
Yeah, I agree.
Don't you love it?
I too thought it was funny.
I consider myself a comedian. All right. Dune for fucking best sound. I mean, I hate that I might have to watch Dune.
Well, so that's a thing. They put both sound categories together into one category. It was sound mixing and sound editing, and now it's just sound, which I think was the smart choice and the right decision. I think Dune is a movie that's probably going to do really well below the line, it feels like. And I do think that that movie will win sound editing. I think that's a very good. I think that's almost a slam dunk, to be honest.
Is Coda nominated for best sound?
That's a good question.
But I do agree, Dune is going to win the at least
Coda,
2 or 3.
Coda is not nominated for best sound. No.
Okay, so then I agree. It's probably Dune. Yeah, I mean, I think the big takeaway.
But West Side Story is.
West Side Story could win because it's probably not. Well, it is going to win supporting actress, I think, but that could win a couple of technical awards. I mean, I do think the big takeaway right now with gambling on the Oscars is don't do it yet. You know, do you feel like that is our big message to listeners is don't bet now. Don't bet until we've seen what happens at the Razzies. Like bet Sunday afternoon.
Bet right before it stops.
Yeah, bet late and bet heavy.
But here's my there is an argument to bet now. You know, if you see something's coming, and this is obviously pure gambling. It's not better odds now, but if you lock in something now where you see a trend,
right?
And I think especially because so many Power of the Dog nominations were given out, that each individual Power of the Dog nomination is more susceptible to a loss, just because people are writing Power of the Dog down so much.
Right.
That maybe Cody Smith-McPhee isn't the runaway Best Supporting Actor winner, and Troy Kotzer from Coda can bump up a little, and he's at plus 250 right now.
Yeah, I definitely could see. I definitely could see the Coda supporting actor winning that one. So you're thinking bet on him now before his odds start to become more before he has his underdog odds aren't as good.
I mean, yeah, but sure, but also it's not really fun to bet on something a month and a half away. It's just not fun. Right. It's just
when you if you got to feed and clothe your kids, though, sometimes you don't have a choice.
If you're doing
it's
it for
not about
your job,
fun anymore.
It's not. If gambling is your job, then you're probably not listening to this show, getting your gambling tips. But you could be. It's funny because gambling tips are meaningless. I mean, like you read articles online, you know, it'll be like, oh, what's your lock of the day or whatever. But even I saw some breakdown of like the most successful gambling predictors, and like the most successful ones have like a 53% win rate.
Mm-hmm.
It's fucking meaningless.
Well, the real skill of being a gambling expert, which I think we all have, is
we
to
do.
pretend to be able to keep living your life pretending as if the past never happened. You know, because you just show up the next week and you talk about that week's games or that week's awards, and you never even mention that the week before you went 1-9.
Yes, that is the thing that no one ever talks about in those articles.
Right. Jimmy the Greek, God bless him. He showed up every week, and everyone forgot that if they followed him the week before, they would have lost thousands of dollars. And then he shows up on your TV, and you're like, this guy's a genius. This angry little man is going to tell me what's right.
And I think you only need one big win in your career. And Nick, I will say, not that you won't have more big wins, but last year, your Anthony Hopkins call is an all-timer.
Yeah.
And I think that will make you an Oscar prognosticator of the highest caliber in perpetuity. Like, there's nothing that you could say to me after that I wouldn't partly believe.
Yeah, and you know, that's the thing. That is not something I had a hunch on. You know, it's like I studied those goddamn Gold Derby experts, and right away, like if you want the easiest tip on earth, it's do not listen to the Gold Derby experts that get paid for being experts. Listen to the Gold Derby experts that are just like us.
Right.
The people who are going in there for the love of the game.
Right. The plumbers,
we're not beholden to anyone.
Yes, they're not beholden. Exactly.
But it was the fucking BAFTAs that did it, you know? It was like I flipped over everything as soon as that happened. It's so exciting. It's so exciting. We're gonna have, you know, March is the best month in the world. We'll get back on here and I don't know. I want us to look into the Razzies. Let's get some more information on the Razzies, and we'll come back with another bonus app, talking about the Razzies before that, and then seeing if we haven't found something, a website where we can bet on one of these Guild Awards.
Yeah.
Is there like a People's Choice or something?
God, the People's Choice. But I don't even know if the People's Choice does it this time of year. I feel like they're just like the middle of July. We look back at the previous year.
Yeah.
I'll just People's Choice Awards.
And while you're looking up that, everybody go and listen to the BO Boys.
Yes.
Subscribe in every feed you have. I just listened to their deep dive into the Jackass world, and it's just so fun.
It's great.
Thank you, Nick. And can we plug, Pat, while you're looking, I'm going to plug our latest interview that we did with Movie Pass CEO Stacy Spikes, the former and now current. He got displaced and now he's back, and he is rebooting and taking Movie Pass into Web3. It is more confusing than you'll ever expect. We got him right after the relaunch. He had a big relaunch in New York City, and we were able to get him on Zoom for about 20 minutes afterwards, and it's a must listen.
Yeah,
absolutely.
Yeah, we asked him point blank: is Movie Pass 2.0, is it cryptocurrency? And he gives us an answer, and you will not believe what that answer is. So listen to the BO Boys. It's huge.
This is, I would say, I don't know, maybe your biggest get. Since, I mean, I think previously it was the Box Office Mojo guy.
Oh, Brandon Gray. Great man.
He was pretty big. I mean, we of course had you on after Killer Raccoons 2 Dark Christmas.
When I was the number one comedy in America, of course.
Yeah. Yeah, so we've had some big gets over the years, but yeah, the Movie Pass CEO is he's up there.
Yeah.
Oh, and we can't. I mean,
Incredible.
we would be remiss if we didn't mention Scott Mendelson of Forbes. He's
Yeah.
he's a
Oh.
Yeah.
Oh,
yeah,
sure.
he's a great man as
Yeah.
well.
And Travis Irvine, the director of Killer Raccoons to Dark Christmas in the Dark, has also been on the
Sure.
VO Voice.
I attribute Movie Pass as one of the main reasons that Lyra and I are together now.
Really?
Yes, because we started dating at the exact moment that Movie Pass became a thing in New York. And for the first 5 years of our relationship, we had basically free movie passes in our pockets, which are the number one date to go on. And they were, I mean, it's just, we saved thousands of dollars on dates.
Yeah.
We saw every single movie. We bonded over it. And I just, without those movie passes, who knows? I mean, obviously things would be different. We wouldn't have gone and seen 1,000 movies together. But anyway, I just have such a love for Movie Pass. And we got out just as it started to get wonky. And we moved to Los Angeles. And so we weren't even there for the time everybody remembers.
Right.
Yeah.
It's going to be hard for young love to really blossom in the Movie Pass 2.0 world, where it is an online cryptocurrency market. But maybe, I mean, listen, kids today, that might be the thing that draws them together, but
yeah, they could buy each other NFTs.
Oh boy.
Yeah. So,
well,
but
this is our non-NFT version of GRM. All right, leave that out of here. All right, that's it. We'll see you in a bit. Any last words, guys?
No, that's it.
Clayton,
I have one last thing.
You guys have catchphrases?
Oh yeah, of course. We have until you want to do it, Clayton. We'll take them out BO boys.
Let's do it fast. Yeah. We should do it fast. We can't do it slow.
Do it BO boys style. Okay, yeah, you take it out.
Start us off, Clayton.
Okay. And until next time, we'll smell you at the box office.
Nailed it.
We had to go fast. I said go fast, and you went slow.
Forgot I knew what it was.
All right.
Okay, groovy. Well, this will go up at middle of the night one night.
Nice. I'll send this your way.
Yeah, Nick, do you mind if I just send my
thing
to you? Would you be able to?
Yeah, of course, of course.
All right.
I kept telling you. Yeah, I didn't want to make you do it.
Yeah, I would do it. The only thing is I have like a bunch of other things to edit, so I wanted to.
It's in my world. It's all in there. It's all happening.
Great.
Easy to do.
Nice.
Okay.
All right. That's
groovy.
A good one.
Well, I'll see you, Pat, soon.
I know. Oscar party, your play. Oh, I'm very excited.
Yeah,
it's gonna be great. I'm staying like a 5-minute walk from where you are. I'm like in the neighborhood.
Oh yeah, my parents had. That's funny. They had a great Airbnb that I would have recommended to you. But where? Please send me the address.
Yeah, I'll send you the address. I don't have it in front of me.
Or the listing or whatever.
Like I mapped it to Greg's, and it was like a 5 or 6 minute walk. So. It's
yeah. Do you have it right now? Can you just tell me what it is?
Let me see how quickly I can find it in my email or wherever this is. Let's see.
Do you know if it's east or west of Virgil?
I
assume east.
I don't know. You know what? Let me just find it. I'll email it.
Yeah,
I'll text it to you in a few minutes.
Okay. All right. Later, guys.
All right.
Later, buddy.
All right. Bye.